Good morning. This is Bobby. It is Father's Day. It is 6/15/2014. This is my buddy, Dakota Augustus. I got a little glare on it, so just work with me here. Well, Dakota died 17 years ago this year. And basically, why I want to do is I want to talk a little bit about Dakota today. I'm making this CD because I've been trashed all my life of being the wrong person, being the bad person, being the one that, you know, broke this up, beat her up, and all this. But let me tell you something. Nobody don't mess with Tina. You know, we had our ups and downs. Yes, we did. But you know, really, she didn't get pistol whipped or any stuff like that, and she made it all, you know, build. Love you, Cody. And I know you would say Happy Father's Day. But I'm talking to you today about something or two things. First, number one is I miss you girls. I wished I could have met you. I wished I could have got to know you. It's been many years since I've seen you and talked to you. You call me sperm donor, blah blah blah, and I just don't understand why. Most counselors I've been through, which I've been through most all my life, say it's how we're raised and how we're. What did I do? I braided your hair. You know, I learned how to do all that stuff. You know, I mean, I gotta say, when you got your first period, I was with you and I took you to the drugstore. But people don't look at none of that. But today's Father's Day. I'm not going to get a call, so I'm going to put this. I'm just making this because I'm very hurt. I'm hurt all through the heart. I'm a good person, man. I'd die for anybody, and you know, I got pancreatic cancer, and you girls know it because I've called your family members, and I've told them your mama. You know, she's over there in bumfuck Egypt. Excuse my language, but you know, it is what it is. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about Tina, and her name is Tina Turner, who I was married to. It's Tina Jones, Gained woman. She married some fly guy. She's way overseas now, and her life is, they got a couple, you know, kids and blah blah blah. But her life is it. But the moral of the story is what she did to me. For 17 years, I've asked for this box right here. This box right here is Cody's ashes. My son. As you can see how dented the sides are to this. This is unsacred. I mean, this thing is beat to death. I mean, the scratches alone, look at it. You can see how it's just been tore up. So what she did for 17 years is when Cody died, I asked for ashes. She called me immoral. And basically, 17 years later, I write a letter and say I'm dying of pancreatic cancer, and look what comes in the mail. Most people would say, well, Bobby, you should be happy that you got them. And I really am. But the moral of the story is, how can people do this? I've asked her for 17 years for these ashes, so I could let him go. I did my counseling. I couldn't make her do it. So this just tells you what type of person she is. I don't know what I did to everybody. You know, my brother's wife Sherry was another one of them that, you know, I can't even talk. My brother died and you can't even call me. I never understand that one. But she's always been anyway. So, but when it comes to this one, this is very unsacred, and this is why that I've kept my mouth shut for years until I got this, and I got it. So Tina, you know, you can go yourself. If somebody sees this, I don't, any kids see it, I respect that highly, but I would be having a finger up, and I would tell you, you know, your poor husband and the kids, because if they think that you're like this, man, you're a big fake. You know, you're fake. You blame me for everything. You made the kids, and you, Tina, you know, you were the one that done this. You know, most counselors say there should have been a lot of counseling done where all of us went, sat down, even me and the girls, and it was never done and never asked to be done. So the other thing, when this came in the mail, it had green mold on it. Tina, I have pancreatic cancer, and you send me something in this condition with green mold. Well, that tells me one thing. That tells me stuff's in storage, and guess what? The other ashes are just secret too, and look how you disgrace them too, because I know they got mold on them. You might have let them go, you might have not, but I was never involved in none of it, and it's really sad because my son died and you act like I had nothing to do with it. I was there, you know, I did everything. I worked a business. You see, we made a lot of money. Yeah, and let me ask you a question. Where'd all the money go? You know, all that weed money. It was a lot, thousands. You know, we did dealt for years, and what happened? What's up? You know, these are the questions I wanted to ask you. But it seems like you just run away and run across the state, or excuse me, the country, get married to somebody else, and you just have a quiet life. But every time you're in the mental ward, you know, I went through hell with you. You yanked out $50,000 at the bank, and there was nothing I could do about it. And you are just a nasty person. If it's not your way, it's your way. And if you're still in the holistic, let me ask you a question. How can you be in the holistic if you treated me this way? How could you have feelings for people and rub people and massage people and, oh, it's your health and you've got to eat good and all that? But at the same time, 17 years to send me this? You're sick, man. You are sick. So this is to all the fathers on Father's Day. Look, man, keep fighting. Keep fighting. Because before you die, you'll get them. But look, 3 to 6 months to live, not even that. They told me that. I'm in stage 4 pancreatic cancer, and at the end of my life, you wonder why I got cancer? It's because I've been fighting her all these years for this. So who gets the cancer? Me. You know, all I did was ask for it. So, you know, you're talking about Tina, you know, Tina Turner. I want to tell you, you should have changed your name because you took the Turner name and put it in disgrace because all you wanted was the name Tina Turner. Why didn't you change it back to Tina Jones? Because it was Tina Turner and something for you to talk about. And that's you. And that's what type of person that you are. You're a very nasty person. Truthfully, we one time I think it was bipolar, you know, and being in the mental ward and going through all that stuff, you know, when I went through all that stuff with you, you know, very hard, man. And I stood right there and everybody seen it. So, you know, I really can't stand you. I really have a hard time liking you, and I probably never will till the day I die. So, if I say anything is, I should have had my ashes when I asked for them years ago. But to the fathers of America, stand strong. You know, a lot of us have been accused of things we haven't done and been kicked in the teeth. I've lived my whole life. Here's Father's Day again, and I will not hear from my girls. And it hurts because my son had died already. I found him dead in bed. They were there, but they didn't find him and see what I seen. So judge me and judge me all you want, but it's definitely brutal when you find something like that. So Tina, you know, you always told me you would have that rich life, and it sounds like you do. You're in the military, you're doing your thing, you know, your poor husband. So other than that, Tina, I gotta do this. Fuck you.